Hello, my name is Mifujidan. So right now I will try to explain about Docker. So this video is talking about to evaluate my knowledge about about this video. Okay, Docker, introduction to Docker. So let's start it. The first thing what we have to understand, what is Docker? So Docker is like a virtual shipping container for software. Like in this container will be contain many applications like framework and then runtime app and then database, etc. So that's the concept of container. And to more understanding, you can imagine you have an app that you want to run, but it needs specific tools, libraries, or even an operating system to work properly. Instead of worrying about whether your computer has everything the app needs, Docker package everything into a single container that can run anywhere. So if you compare this to the virtual machine, container manager is better than virtual machine because you already know if you try to use a virtual machine, you need to install the operating system and it will be take a lot of storage and that's not a good thing. That's bad. That's why in the that's why we use a Docker container. It will be very efficient. Okay, that's about a definition of Docker. Right now, I will try to explain about data pipeline. So you will be look in in the screen about like CSV, source, data pipeline, Python script, table in Postgres. So what this is mean? This mean like we try to create a Python script and then in this Python script will be extract the CSV file. So we try to extract the CSV file and push that to the database. In this case, I use Postgres. And this is the looks like. This is the workflow of data pipeline. And another workflow of data pipeline is like this. So we try to take CSV source and then we create a Python script and then push to the Postgres and then again we push the Postgres and etc. And also I will try to explain about how the looks like environment of Docker for a simple data pipeline. So look, this is this is host computer, so it means our local computer. And then in this local computer will be contain many containers. So the first containers it will be contain a data pipeline. And the data pipeline will be use a Python version. So so you can determine any images or I mean like any application or I mean like any another programming language or maybe another runtime app. So we can input that to our Docker. So like this, in this case, we use Python, and then we also can install library in our Docker pandas, and then we try create programming. Okay. And then the second container will be contain the database, of course, the Postgres. And then the third is pgadmin. So pgadmin, it means uh like a Postgres desktop, and it will be easier to understand how the looks like about our data. So another things is environment of Google Cloud Platform for the simple data pipeline. So we use the Google Cloud, and it's use Kubernetes, and yeah, you can use another software like Azure and then Amazon. So in this case, we use Google Cloud. And then that's the interesting about Docker. Docker will be enabled to extract our container to the another cloud platform. That's the benefit if we use Docker. So that's why we can see our container in the environment of Google Cloud like that. And then we have another question. Why we are need the Docker for data engineering? So the first point is consistency across environment. So imagine, I mean not imagine, but you know, when you start to input a certain version, like maybe the Python or JavaScript or maybe a Java, Golang, and C++, and then you input one of that particular to the our container, it will be cannot influence to another container. It means isolate. So it will be isolate from another container and also our local host computer. That's the important. And then efficient resource management. Yeah, of course, because we can determine what we are needed in the container. And also reproducibility, it means like we can create a container similar like that, and compatibility with the modern cloud platform. So you can extract the Docker container to the another platform. Like in this case is Google Cloud. Okay, right now we want to how we can apply Docker in our local host computer. So I will demonstrate to you how to do it. So let's start it. The first thing what we have to do, we have to go to the our directory, and in this my directory is I just put to the my document, and then I go there, and voila, I already. And I will copy the path, and then I will open the TMD, I mean the command prompt, and then I will change to the git bash, because you already know Docker I mean like operating system of Docker is Linux. That's why. So looks, our position is in the Windows system. So we have to change directory. How to do it? Very simple. Like you only use a cd command line, and then we paste, and then okay, we did it. And then another things is okay. Oh, maybe I will try to explain this. Main. So why this is become exist? So because I'm already connect my directory to the GitHub. That's why we can see this blue one. That's the thing. Okay, let's play with Docker. I want to check what images I have. We can use Docker image ls. Look, we get our list of image, and then we want to use one of our image. Like maybe I will choose Ubuntu. Let's try it. And how to run it. It's very simple. Like you Docker, then run Ubuntu. You just call the name of repository and then enter. We will enter the Ubuntu, and we can use that. You can ls and then you know pwd. Okay, that's the thing. And also we exit. That's Ubuntu. You can run any images by use this command. And after that, let's learn how we can create our image by using Dockerfile. Many options to create image, like maybe we can pull from the Docker Hub, but in this moment, we will use a Docker file. Let's start it. So we open a Visual Studio Code, and then we start to create a Docker file. Let's start it. Docker file. Okay. We just close tab, Okay. What we will do on here is we will try to create a simple Docker file. So we will take an image from Python 3.9.1 version, and then I want to run pip install pandas. Okay, and then in 3 point I want to execute Python I want to check Python version. Don't forget the syntax. Python version. Let's save, and then we go back to our terminal, and then we try to use a new command like docker build test pandas. So we create a pandas library. That's why I just call pandas. Don't forget the T1. Then dot. It means like we just take in this repository everything. Enter. Okay. Already our Docker file already running, and yeah, that's it. Very simple, right? And right now, maybe let's try a new things. How we can create a simple program like Alexi create. Let's start it. And okay, let's go. Let's go. I want to create a pipeline .py, and then I start to import pandas spd, and then I also import sys system, and then I will create a variable to, I mean, like I want to adding argument in our command line. So we will import sys arg. I just one, and then let's print job is successfully, and then in date, that's adding f on here, f and save. Don't forget adding again in our Docker file. So work here. So this is will be the place our file in the Docker. Sorry. And then we also copy pipeline.py to the uh, pipeline.py2. Okay. I thought maybe this is already. I mean, this is already create an image, yeah. But you can run it like Docker run it as pandas. It will be run like that. It's very simple. So the sorry, maybe I forget to explain about this. So when you start to create a Docker file, okay, you have to create an image first. After you create an image, you can run the image. But that's the thing. When you start to Docker run it, and then this is the name of image, that will be automatically to create a container. So you can see this Docker container ls all. So you will be see a new container. Sorry, container ls a. Voila. So we already have two containers. The first container is from Ubuntu, like our previous when we start a new, I mean like when we start a previous start on the comment, and then the second is test pandas. And again, the next thing is we continue our file again. So I'm already copy, and then I want to call the pipeline pipeline pipeline.py. Okay, already finished. Let's try in our comment. And Docker, I forget it. The first thing, don't forget, create the image first. Docker build as pandas. Oh, sorry. Docker, okay, sorry. Docker build as pandas. Okay, we run the image first. After we already run the image, and then we run the Docker image. It's test pandas. And then we adding the argument. The argument is what date today? 2025 January 20. Okay, enter. And then voila, job is successfully in 2025. Okay, so only that what I want to explain about. So in this moment, the summary is we try to understand the Docker, right? What's Docker? And then what is the benefit if we use Docker? And then how the workflow of data pipeline. And then how we can create an image. And also how we can run an image. And then how to can check the image, check the container, and also how we can use the Docker file. So only that what I want to explain about. I hope this is will be a good for me and good for the audience. So only that, and thank you.